For God, here's the shocker, for God, pleasure is not watching you do right. Too late. He takes his pleasure in Jesus. When you enter into Jesus, when you go into his death, the pleasure that God has on Jesus is the same pleasure that God has over you. And you brought everything you are into Christ so that you could have everything that Christ is in you. God's good pleasure. Jesus then transfers it and says this: it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. God gets excited in giving you what Christ brought. Let's slow down here for a moment and make sure we understand it. What did John the Baptist say? Repent, where's the kingdom? At hand. And then here comes Jesus. And Jesus goes into baptism to fulfill all righteousness. This is my beloved Son whom I am well pleased. And that well-pleasing one just brought you the kingdom. And that well-pleasing one turns to his disciples and says, it's my Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. How much is God charging you? How much is God asking from you? Nothing. Both nothing and everything. This is the great beauty of the gospel. God's asking nothing actually from you for his righteousness, but what he's actually asking of you is who you are. Just bring me who you are. Everything you got will do. How much does this cost? I like to say this. When someone says, how much does it cost to receive God's forgiveness? I used to say nothing. Now I say, how much do you got? Because however much you got, that's exactly the asking price. Because that's honestly what Jesus has done. He gives you everything he is, and you give him everything you are. It's not that it costs nothing. It's that it costs exactly what you have. That's good news. Yes. Abe, how many cars would you sell that way? They go, how much does this car cost? And you go, how much you got? They go, 18 bucks. Congratulations. You have a car. You would sell cars, you just wouldn't have a job very long. They go, Abe, you can't just give people cars for whatever they got in their wallet. This isn't how this works. However, this is exactly how righteousness works. God just asks for what you are. He goes, how much do you have? I didn't say how much you're going to do for me. I just want what you are. You just bring me what you are and I'll give you what I am. Fair deal? Yeah. Well, God, this ain't a fair deal because I ain't much. He goes, that's the perfect price. I'm looking for not much. Yeah, but I'm broken. Perfect price. I'm looking for broken. I got to trade kingdom of heaven for broken down vessels. That's the trade value. Whatever you are, I'll take it. That's fulfilling all righteousness. Because if Jesus doesn't fulfill all righteousness, then it's left to you. And this is where you get yourself in trouble. Because you go about trying to fulfill righteousness through stuff. Because you think righteousness is whenever you do stuff right. Right? You do stuff right, then God looks at you as righteous. Let's take this a little bit deeper into the text. Just